Hello, everybody. My name is Kevin Okai, and I'm a photographer and a cinematographer based in Accra, Ghana. On this channel, I share with you tips and tricks I picked up in the creative industry. And today, we're going to be talking about why it is important to create bad work. Many a times, we find ourselves in a rat race where we put in maximum effort to achieve great results, which feeds our pride and ego, and also affirms our notion that we're actually doing something good with our lives. All right. Now, as good as this trait may be for motivational purposes, it can also be detrimental to your progress. Regardless of how much effort you put in a project, sometimes there's always going to be this stage where things you make are just not going to be that good. They're not going to be that great, especially when you're trying your hands at it for the first time, and that is perfectly fine. This is also a stage where your passion gets tested most of the time, if you truly are interested in whatever you are doing. Because most of the time, you see people buy cameras and then they use it for the first time because they're excited about it, and the next thing you know, the camera is just collecting dust on the table somewhere, or they might not even know where it is. Now, if you are able to get yourself back out there after the first time you created something that you wanted to be good and then it turned out to be bad, you might pick up on something that you missed the last time. And the more you get back out there, the more you keep on improving on whatever you didn't pick on when you were doing it the first time. The more you practice, the more you're going to grow. And it's how it's going to be, or that's what it's going to be. At times we meet somebody and then we tell them that, oh, your work are so great, or your pictures or your videos are so good. I want to be like you. You have to teach me how to do this. What we often forget is that such a progress cannot be taught, or you cannot just get out there and learn. I cannot just teach you every skill in the book, every skill in the book for you to shoot like me, or to shoot like somebody you admire. Now, you are going to have to go through stages of learning to pick up these skills. All right, it's going to be something that you have to be willing to do, even not every day, from time to time, a couple of times a week, to build that skill that you want to learn. And the more you do it, the more progress is going to come about. In the beginnings are most often not as glamorous as you would think it would be. I mean, you like when you watch certain behind the scenes, you see them using fancy gear. You see them on the nicest of sets. You see them doing like they take a picture and it looks so good, and then you come back and then you say, oh, I want to make my images look like that, or I want to make my videos look like that. The beginnings usually are not going to be like that. The beginnings are going to be the the stages where you create the worst of your works. Now, as shitty as that might sound, creating bad work and or creating something that is not up to par with what you had in mind, it is also something that's very essential for your growth. Practice doesn't always make you perfect. All right. And I'm just saying that practice makes perfect doesn't really mean that if you keep on practicing, you're instantly going to be perfect. It mostly means practicing makes you better at something, that it gets you to the point of perfection that you don't have to practice anymore. But then there's always a caveat, there's always a catch that people will leave out. All right. Even when you get to perfection, the minute you stop practicing, that skill that you're now good at is going to deteriorate, and you're still going to be back at the beginning where you were making bad work. What should matter to you shouldn't be how bad or good the work is. It should be about the excitement, the thrill you get for being able to try out what you want to create each and every time. Okay, the excitement that gets you out there to practice. Okay, now if you want to do something, you should try and then curb your optimism, as in how you think that the work is going to turn out, how good or bad you think the work is going to turn out. Maintain a disciplined structure to where you have, maybe in a week I'm going to practice this skill or this new software that I just picked up for a couple of times a week. And as you progress, you might make some small victories where people will start realizing that you're actually putting out better work. And once that happens, you can go on and then celebrate your small victories. You shouldn't overlook them and make them look like you are not there yet. And as you keep getting better and better at the skill you're trying your hand out, you also need to realize that you need to not let it get to you or your ego and your pride that you have attained a certain level of mastery that you don't want to learn again. Usually it happens a lot to where sometimes somebody might think they are, usually say what they've reached, but then you realize that they are not as good as they claim they are or they were, because they become complacent. The moral lesson here is that don't let bad work be the reason you don't pick up the camera again, or don't let bad work be the reason you don't want to try out something again. Instead, let it be the motivation you need to keep on practicing again, because you want to see growth in yourself. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section, and I'm gonna check it out.